$100 million. That's how much Superintendent Sherri Ybarra wants added onto the State Department of Education's budget this year. The increased money would go toward multiple things, including teacher pay, improving literacy in students, and new training for teachers. Our Joey Prechtel is looking into this budget. That would be the 2020-2021 budget. He joins us now in studio to tell us about what he found out. Joey.
Well, Kim, nearly half of that $100 million increase would go towards increasing teacher pay. It's an extension of the career ladder that was introduced 5 years ago. This budget request increase from the Department of Education comes just 1 week after the governor asked his department heads to be frugal with their budget requests.
All right, you know what to do.
Increasing teacher pay is going to stay a priority for the Idaho State Department of Education heading into next year.
Superintendent Ybarra's goal for teacher pay is that it is competitive within the state with other professions.
That's just one of the top priorities for the budget she put together for 2020 and 2021. The others are social emotional learning, mastery expansion, and literacy. The social emotional training was first discussed last year.
That is a growing conversation around the country, but also within Idaho about the fact that we have students coming to school with needs that we didn't see 25 or 30 years ago.
The total budget is going to be just under $2 billion. This is an increase of about 5% or $100 million compared to the current budget. More than $40 million is going to increase teacher pay to carry on the work of the career ladder.
Continuing the focus on increasing teacher pay so that we are more competitive both within the state but especially with our border states.
This comes just a week after the governor asked state agencies to be conservative with their budget requests. He appeared on Viewpoint this week and talked about the fact state revenues are coming in $96 million below forecasts.
But because that revenue is coming in slower, we're asking our state agencies to be very prudent about their budget requests and what my budget will look like in January.
And the department feels their request is reasonable.
She feels that given the still unmet needs in our K-12 system, that her request is in line with what the state should have available for revenue next year.
Now, some other parts of the budget include adding $1 million to that social emotional training, as well as increasing the mastery education funding by $500,000 to add more schools and districts to the program. Mastery education is a competency-based approach that 32 schools across the state are using. Now, this budget is just preliminary, so there could be changes made to it. Kim?
And of course, it all depends on Superintendent Ybarra could request the moon. It all depends, though, on what legislators will approve when they convene in January. All right, Joey, thank you for that preview.